Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Light Sports Ramble. As always, my pleasure. It's a beautiful day in Indianapolis today. Sun's out, perfect temperature. Wish I had time to go hit the golf course tonight. This would be a perfect night to get 9 holes in. Have some bad news today. Not bad news for Jay from Fantasy World Order, but for the Fantasy World Order subscribers. He is merging his website with another sports website. So good luck to you, Jay. I wish you the best of luck. You're a great guy. You'll do wonderful. Keep the website going. Keep the fantasy news pumping out to the people. You know they love it. It's a great thing. Fantasy football is something that is just widespread across the country. And with that said, we're going to move into the topic tonight, though. And no, folks, it's not about football tonight. I know we're smack dab in the middle of NFL preseason, and everybody's all excited. But according to Mr. Seelig, a historic day in baseball. I disagree. 100% disagree, Mr. Seelig. It is not a historic day in baseball. Why? Because you added instant replay? You rolled out an instant replay plan that makes no sense to me. I disagree with it. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. I don't disagree with replay. I just disagree with this vanilla plan I read today. I got no details. And so unless there's some amazing details that are left out and they're going to wow me at the winter meeting when it gets passed, maybe you can sway my opinion then. But here's what I know. And if there's things that I'm missing, tweet it to me and tell me, Troy, you're totally in left field. You don't know what you're talking about. Because from what I know, I don't agree with this at all. So what I read is that every manager gets 3 challenges a game. 1 challenge in innings 1 through 6. 2 challenges in innings 7 through the duration of the game. Disagree with that. Are you telling me, Mr. Seelig, that you think your umpires suck that bad that a manager needs to challenge 3 plays a game? 3! Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that we have had some plays that have cost teams games, have cost pitchers no-hitters. I understand these things. But 3 challenges? Come on now. I don't think you thought this through. The whole reason you never put replay in before is because you kept telling your fans, we're not going to put it in until it makes sense and it is 100% right. You got this wrong. Because the other thing with the challenges, what is the punishment if a manager goes out and is wrong? Do they lose challenges? No. So what I see happening is this egotistical manager that likes camera time is going to go out and challenge 3 times a game just because he can. Doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. He's just going to go out there. And the other thing is, it's going to take away from the passion that the manager has when they argue and get thrown out of the game. As a fan, I love it. I love when I see the cap go on the ground and the dirt flying up on the umpire's leg. That's awesome. Now, I don't agree with any, physical contact or any demeaning statements. But if they're out there having a great argument, let them argue. I love that as a fan. My coach is all fired up. He's sticking up for his team. Let him get heated. But now with 3 replays, they're just going to go out there and say, hey, I want that checked out. I'll nonchalantly walk out here. Maybe a little jog. But there's not going to be any more arguing, and that's a fun part. Now, the way I'm understanding it is, the umpires are still going to be the ones that actually control the home run, which I agree with. They should. That should be on them. And also, you cannot challenge the strike zone, which you shouldn't be able to. I'm glad that is staying human. Because to me, that's part of the intricacy of baseball. The pitcher trying to figure out the umpire's strike zone, the hitter trying to figure out the strike zone. I think that is pure baseball because every umpire is different. And even sometimes from game to game, the home plate umpire, if it's the same guy, if he's doing his second game, may not even have the same strike zone that game. I like that. Now, I may not agree with the strike zone, but I like that it is human. I like that they can't go out and argue that either. And then apparently when there's a challenge, there's going to be somebody in the booth that has umpiring experience to make the final call. Which I'm okay with. It should be that way. Somebody knowledgeable to make the call. But even then, when there's a missed call in a game and it goes on ESPN and they show the replay to your average Joe baseball fan, even they can tell that the umpire blew the call. Even the fan can tell what is the right call and what is the wrong call. And just sometimes the umpires miss it because they're human. I mean, I refereed soccer for a while. I made a lot of mistakes because it's all your own judgment. So I don't disagree with replay. I think we should have it because it can cost teams games. But let's get back to where my problem is. My problem is the 3 challenges a game and no punishment for being wrong. I think 2 challenges for a 9-inning game is more than enough. And here's how I would throw something out. You get 2 challenges in a 9-inning game. If at any time you are wrong on one of those 2 challenges, you do not get a challenge in the extra frames. That would make the umpires have to think about the play and not just run out there because they got 3 challenges that day. It'll make them think, is it really worth going out there right now? It's a tight ball game. I may need this challenge later. It will make them think. Now, on the flip side, if you don't challenge at all, you get 2 additional challenges in the extra frame. If you challenge and are right, you will then get your challenge in the extra frame. What that will do is just control the managers from not just running out there to be cool and argue. Because then you're going to slow the game down. That will slow the game down. If we got to go out there 6 times, because ultimately both managers have 3, that would be 6 times we've got to trot out on the field, we got to go to the booth, we got to watch the play. That will slow the game down. But again, if there's some detriment to being wrong and some reward for not using it during the 9 innings, we're not going to have people just running out there to run out there. So that's my take on that. That's how I feel about that. So let me know what you think, folks. I mean, right now it's pretty vanilla, but I don't agree with the 3. And I don't agree how they're broken up 1 through 6. I mean, because there's plays in the beginning of the game that you can actually change the outcome. I mean, what if bases are loaded in the 3rd inning and there's a play at the plate that is the guy's thrown out and it ends the inning when you could have had 2 runs in a 0-0 ball game and you get the momentum. That's momentum. I mean, you're going to need it there, right? And so the thing is, though, what if in the 5th inning now, you have another rally going and another play happens. You can't challenge then. I don't like the constraint. Baseball has 9 innings, and certain parts of the game and certain rallies are all about momentum. So let's get rid of this 1 through 6, 7 through 9, and duration of the game. Give them 2 during the 9 innings. Make them have to think about the challenges, because if they're wrong, they do not get any challenges if the game goes into extra frames. But if they're right, they get a bonus. Or if they don't challenge, they get to carry the 2 over. That's how I would do it. But I don't even agree with 3. I mean, I'm totally baffled that we would even need to think about 3 challenges in a game. Putting no faith in your umpires. Because I don't think they screw 3 calls up every game for one team. No way. Let's go back and look at games. Now, with that said, I'll probably watch a game tonight, and there'll probably be 4 bad calls. But history's going to tell us there's no way there's 3 bad calls in a game. But I just think they got it wrong. That's my opinion. So let me know what you guys think on Twitter, folks. This could be a good debate tonight on the Twitter. So with that said, my handle, ithappened70. Tweet me. Let me know your opinion on the instant replay that is going to be rolled out for baseball. I think it's wrong. Let me know what you think. With that said, folks, I'll see you at the next red light. Enjoy your evening.